Hello students, this is the first class with you. Welcome to my zoology class. I am Akmal Hussain, lecturer biology, Square High School and College. Now I am going to take a science class of standard 6 chapter 2. For your kind information, I will take 3 chapters of your science book. Chapter 2 Living World, Chapter 6 Sensory Organs, and Chapter 13 Food and Nutrition. Today's topic is classification of organism. What will we learn from this class? We will be able to know about characteristics of life and classification of living organisms. Characteristics of life. If you follow around our environment, there are mainly two types of things are there. Number one, non-living things, house, book, pen, pencil, light, air, soil, water. On the other hand, living things or living organisms, fish, bird, cow, human, etc. Movement is one of the main characteristics of living things or living organism. Some living things can move from one place to another. When plant grows, its tip also moves. But can any non-living things do that? Of course not. Taking food. Every living thing lives on food. So they must have to take food for their nutrition, for their survive. Reproduction. Every living organism can produce its own kind. Animal have babies, plant have saplings, but non-living have no reproduction, like book, pen, table, chair. There is no reproduction. There is no offspring produced from its. Number 4, excretion. Every living organism removes waste products by special process. This process is called excretion. Elimination of urine and carbon dioxide is an excretory phenomenon which is present in only the living organisms. Sensitivity. If we are pricked by a needle, we feel pain. If any type of hot substance touches with our body, we feel hot, we feel cold, we feel any type of sensation. And this type of sensitivity, this type of feelings only shown in living organism. Respiration. Every living organism start breathing after birth. This act of breathing in and out continues up to death. Growth is one of the main characteristics of living organism. Each living organism grows gradually after birth. Does any growth take place in non-living things? The answer will be not. Number 8, adaptation. Living organisms are able to adjust and adapt themselves to their environment. An organism can adjust with the surrounding environment. Classification of living organism. We have to know what is classification. The process of classifying something according to characteristics is called a classification. That means classify something on the basis of their characteristics is called classification. Classification of Margulis and Whittaker. Margulis and Whittaker, two scientists, they combinedly proposed or set up a perfect classification of organism, which is called classification of Margulis and Whittaker. This classification of Margulis and Whittaker also called the five kingdom classification. Why it called so? Because in their classification there are five kingdoms. That's why it is called five kingdom classification. Picture of Margulis and Whittaker. Living world divided into mainly five kingdoms. Number one, kingdoms Monera, kingdom Protista, kingdom Fungi, kingdom Plantae, and kingdom Animalia. Kingdom 1, kingdom Monera. Characteristics of kingdom 1. The organism is unicellular and has no well-developed nucleus. Now the question was, what is well-developed nucleus? If there is nuclear membrane is present around the nuclear substances into the cell is called well-developed nucleus. If nuclear membrane is absent is called no well-developed nucleus. They are microscopic. That means they are too small that we can't see with our open eye. We have to use microscope to see this type of animal. Example, Rhizobium, bacteria, etc. There is a picture of bacteria. Kingdom 2, Protista. Characteristics of Protista. Number 1, they have well-developed nucleus and they are multicellular. Well-developed nucleus, that means in their cell around the nuclear substance or substances there is a membrane is present which is called a nuclear membrane. That means nuclear membrane is present here. They are multicellular. Their body formed by huge amount of cell. They live alone or in colony. Example, amoeba, euglena, etc. There is a picture of amoeba. Kingdom 3, fungi. Characteristics of fungi. Number 1, they have well-defined nucleus. They could be either unicellular or multicellular. That means they may be one-celled or their body formed by huge cells. Their bodies don't carry chlorophyll, therefore they are saprophytic. Chlorophyll, one type of color pigment or green color pigment which is present in mainly the leaf of plant and helps to produce their food. Saprophytic means who take rotten substance for their nutrition is called saprophytic. Example, yeast, which is used in bread and cake. Mushroom, which is locally called Banger Sata. Penicillium, one type of fungi, which used to produce the penicillin, one type of antibiotic which is discovered first in the world. First antibiotic is produced from penicillium. There is a picture of mushroom. Kingdom 4, Plantae. Characteristics, Number 1, usually they carry chlorophyll so they can prepare their own food. And the plant who can produce their own food is called autophytic. I am saying again, the plant who can produce their own food is called autophytic. That means they can produce their own food. They have well developed nucleus. The cell wall is made of cellulose. Example, fern, mango tea. That means any type of plant is in the kingdom 4. Kingdom 5, Animalia. Characteristics of Animalia. Number 1, they have no cell wall which is enriched of cellulose like plant cell, like plant cell. There is no cell wall. They have only cell membrane. Usually their cell have no of plastid. Plastid, one type of organelles which is present in plant cell and carries chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is absent, that means plastid is absent, that's why chlorophyll absent. If chlorophyll absent, they can't produce their own food. That's why they have to depend on other for their nutrient. This type of activities or phenomenon is called heterophytic. That means that type of animals is called heterophyte. They are called heterophyte because they can't produce their own food. They are dependent on plant directly or indirectly. Example, fish, bird, human, etc. That means any type of animal fall in this group, kingdom 5, Animalia. Stay at home, follow the health rules. Thank you.